really good at this. Those were great cricket impersonations, and that brought out our helmeted guinea fowl. I might be thinking these look like chickens, and you would be right. This is a very old species in the chicken family, originally from Africa, but now people have actually domesticated them. So some people will have them as pets, or farmers and ranchers like to have them on their property, because if they're eating crickets and also other bugs, grasshoppers, snails, slugs, they're protecting the farmer's crops from the damage that those pests would do. And it's not just that. They'll also eat fleas and ticks and mosquitoes, all of those pests that might be carrying diseases and would be harmful to us. Well, by using this sort of natural pest control, they can reduce the amount of chemicals that they use. But there's another thing that the guinea fowl are known for. Before everybody goes out and gets guinea fowl of their own, I should warn you, they are also a very good security team. They make a very loud alarm call if they see anything out of the ordinary. So if they see a rattlesnake, they're going to make a very loud alarm call to alert the entire flock that something is going on. Now, it's not just if they see a rattlesnake or some other sort of predator, though. Anything that strikes them is out of the ordinary. And once they've been around people for a while, they start learning that predators usually aren't going to be too big of an issue. We do a good job of keeping our guinea fowl safe. So they make that loud alarm call when the sun rises, when the wind blows through the trees, when a car door slams way out in the parking lots. So before everybody goes out and gets guinea fowl, just think about your neighbors, okay? Because that loud alarm call can be a little bit disturbing. But we can still use natural pest control by encouraging some of our native wildlife to come and spend some more time with us. Birds like robins or swallows are another form of natural pest control and probably won't bother the neighbors quite so much.
Sit down, Renita.
Oh, it's not the only thing that we can do to help keep our environment a little bit cleaner. As you can see, I've got some trash tossed out here on my stage. Everybody here knows better than to be a litter bug, right? All right. This is just for a demonstration. I did this on purpose, I swear. But this is to help remind us that other things can be in our environments that we need to clean up too. If you see litter on the ground, we'd encourage you to go ahead and pick it up. But we can do one better. We can remember to recycle all of those items, and there is new technology that is starting right here in Omaha that is represented by our orange bin. And our white-naped raven is going to come and show us just how easy it is to use this new technology. It's basically a new kind of recycling for that kind of gourmet trash. Those items that you look at and wonder, is this recyclable? Well, Forrest has learned the difference. So the orange energy bag is for those single-use plastic items that can't go into your recycling bin. Things like the foil-lined juice pouches or applesauce containers, plastic straws, even things like your takeout containers or the plastic forks and knives that come with that. All of that now goes into the orange energy bag. Oh, of course, you already have your traditional recyclable items, paper items, plastic bottles if you're done refilling and reusing them. All of that goes right into the recycling bin. Great job, Forrest.
Wow. That was awesome.
It really is that simple. We're hoping if we can have our raven learning how to do it, all of us should be able to learn how to do it pretty well too.
Oh yeah.
Right now this program is available in the Omaha and Bellevue area, and it's starting to spread to other places as well. So I know sometimes it doesn't seem like Nebraska would be the hotbed of conservation, but we're the ones that started up with this Orange Energy program, and now it is starting to spread to other cities. Boise, Idaho has signed on, Atlanta, Georgia, and more cities are considering it as well, which is really exciting because when it started here in Omaha, in less than a year, they collected 12 tons of plastic that would have been going into landfills and instead got repurposed through this program. So it's a really exciting thing, and we're excited to see more cities signing on. And it's not just things like the Orange Energy Bag that we can be a part of. We have local conservation efforts, like reintroducing the Salt Creek tiger beetle, just a little ways over in Lincoln, Nebraska. The zoo is a part of that program. And other kinds of technologies that we learn here can become applicable to the rest of the world. So advances in our farming technologies, or things like I said, guinea fowl being a natural pest control, so we need to use fewer chemical pesticides, that's something that can be done around the world, right? If we can encourage other places to use natural forms of pest control, we can protect those other habitats across the globe. Now that's really important because a lot of other animals live in those other habitats and live in amazing grassland areas and plains areas like what we have here. And in fact, the next bird we're going to introduce you to would be in one of those grassland areas across the world in South Africa. She's relatively new to our show, so we are really excited to be introducing all of you to see her. And come up here and find a seat as well.
Sit down, Renita.
Now in this grassland area, this bird is an omnivore, so she's going to be hunting for all kinds of different food. Now her name is Carew, and she is a type of bird that is called a southern ground hornbill. Now being an omnivore means that they're going to be eating all kinds of different food. They're going to be eating seeds and grains and berries and roots, but they're also going to be hunting for a lot of different things: insects, lizards, snakes, rodents. So they need to have a very clean habitat in order to maintain that wide variety of food that they like to have. A Carew is the largest bird that we have here on our show. So she has, there we go, that beautiful 5-foot wingspan. But I said that her type of bird is called a southern ground hornbill, which means that she actually spends most of her time down on the ground. It takes a lot of energy to keep a big body like that up in the air, so they're going to be spending most of their time walking around through those grasslands as they forage for all of that food. Now Carew here is still quite young. She's only about 3 years old, so she is a kid. They're not considered adults until they're at least 9 years old, but they have a lifespan of over 70 years. So they're putting a lot of time and energy into raising their kids up. I know we saw the flock of guinea fowl, but it's kind of unusual for a lot of birds to be working together in really coordinated ways. It takes a lot of mental energy to keep all of that together. But our next bird is our Harris's hawk. Her name is Oakley. They're unusual among raptor species because they do live together in family groups and they coordinate all of their hunting attacks. Well, my friend over here said that wolves were his favorite. This bird is actually nicknamed the wolves of the sky because of how they're able to work together for all of their hunting strategies. So just like a family of wolves works together to do their hunting, a family of Harris hawks work together to hunt in the deserts of the Southwest. So they might be soaring overhead while other birds lie in wait to catch the desert jackrabbits that they manage to flush out. Sometimes they're going to be running across the desert sands to encourage smaller things like small rats or lizards in order to come down. They're also going to work together to keep the family safe. It usually consists of mom and dad, the yearlings, and then the newest hatched chicks. So they got to watch out and protect those younger siblings as they are learning how to fly, learning how to hunt. But with all of them working together, they're able to hunt those larger items. By herself, Oakley here would be able to hunt for something about the size of a rat or a mouse. But when they are working together, they can hunt those much larger items. A desert jackrabbit would weigh 3 or 4 times as much as what one of these hawks does. So that kind of teamwork is incredibly important to them, keeping the entire family well fed and together. It's an unusual strategy that we don't really see from our hawks around here, which tend to be more solitary. Of our free-flying macaws that are coming out to join us, and they'll be taking off to help spread that message to everyone across the zoo. Because all of those actions that we take can make a big difference on their habitats as well. We want to make sure that they stay around for a long time, sharing the planet with us. I want to say again, thank you so much for coming to join us today. Again, my name is Christine. I'm going to stay right up here if anybody has any questions. Otherwise, we'll go ahead and get the gates open at the top and bottom so you can continue on the rest of your tour around the zoo today. Thank you so much for coming and enjoy the rest of your day here.